I'll miss you, Tweety. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Lost My Decks, Season 3. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing good. I'm okay. There's lots of snow here. There's lots of snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Anyways, um, what's been going on with you? So in the last month, I have deleted Twitter, also known as Elon's Dumpster Fire, and I also deleted TikTok. I know, right? I know. I know. I did it. So, the first one we're going to talk about is TikTok. I deleted TikTok because here in Canada, I'm in Canada, but here in Canada, our government closed both the TikTok headquarters in Vancouver and Toronto. I also don't go on TikTok very often. It's not for me. It's not a fun, safe space for Josie. When I do used to go on TikTok, I would try and do lives while I was editing my book, and I would have trolls being like, "Oh, you're fat. Your husband hates you and cheats on you." Meh. And I'm sitting there, and like people are like, "Do you want me to moderate your conversations?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. I'm good. I'm a sarcastic bee at the best of times." And I would demolish these children. Demolish. To the point, one of them, I was in a live, and one of them it was like an hour of this kid. And you know it's a kid because just the way they speak and the way they're typing and like the like letters. And like some of the letters, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They're like, "You're a fucking old fat bitch." I'm like, yeah, correct. Thank you for pointing it out. And it was at the point where this kid was like, "Actually, you're pretty cool. You have really thick skin. I can't razz you." I'm like, "No. No, you can't, stupid child. I was on talk radio for 10 years. You calling me fat is like comical compared to some of the shit I got on talk radio." Yeah, talk radio listeners in a conservative radio station are cray cray. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. I've talked about that before, about some of the crazies. But, anyways, on TikTok, that's what it was. And then on TikTok, I actually had two of the cray crays from radio days find me on TikTok and start harassing me on TikTok. And it wasn't in like my comment section or anything. It was my DMs. So they'd be sending me DMs and I'd report them to TikTok, and then they'd have another account. And I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. And I'm pretty sure one of them was real effing crazy. Pretty sure. So I was like, you know what? I don't really go on TikTok. The only time I was ever on TikTok was when I had to post for a brand. I was required to post. And like the odd time I would be like, oh, I haven't been required to post on TikTok for a while, so I'm gonna like pop something up. I only had 1,500 followers, and I was like, I really don't care. I think I made like $12 off TikTok, and I just converted it to the money, the prize things, the like little boos that come up on the screen, and I like donated them all to my favorite creator. You know what I mean? I think her name Jasmine Wildflower or something like that. She's not my favorite creator, but like I love her makeup looks, and I love how she just doesn't give a shit. Go find her on TikTok, Jasmine Wildflower. Anyway, that was why I deleted TikTok. One, I was sick of getting harassed on there by cray crays and TikTok doing nothing about it. And this was stuff like I had emailed them and I was like, "Hey, um I used to be on radio in my city, and I think these people are people who, we got restraining orders against because they're crazy." And TikTok was like, "Oh, this is not a community guidelines violation." But I'm like, whatever. Anyways, you're gone. You're done. I'll never get you back. Have a nice day. You pretty much ripped off Vines and stole it and destroyed it. Anyway, that's that. Twitter. That one hurt a little more. So Twitter, I had been on Twitter for 17 years, you guys. It came out in 2006, and I got on Twitter in 2007 because it was a requirement to have a Twitter account to get into broadcasting school. So I got a Twitter account, Josie, my last name. And it was one of the like OG Twitter accounts. I used to have a blue check mark on Twitter because I was a member of the media. Back before it became Elon's dumpster fire. I used to be on Twitter a lot, because I was a member of the media. And I would tweet every day because I was a member of the media. So, like, this getting rid of my Twitter account kind of hurt. That was kind of a, like, I was like almost OG Twitter. Okay. I got it a year after it came out. I wasn't in like the huge number of followers, but like I had been on there forever. I remember when Elon first took it over, I lost my blue check mark. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. Because you had to start paying for it. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not doing that because I'm not a media member anymore. It just didn't matter. And then there was two things that happened on Twitter. One, I stopped caring. Two, again, I would get really weird DMs from people. And like I would get like hate mail from people. And there was this one person in particular who just kept sending me messages about how their sister was trapped in like a jail in Thailand. And I'm like, please stop messaging me. You said you'd help. You did. And I'm like, no, stop messaging me. I reported them to Twitter. Nothing happened. I'm not surprised nothing happened, but nothing happened. There was just like, there was a lot of weird shit like that would happen, and you'd get like all the like the cam girls and all the, oh, come talk to me about sexy stuff, blah, blah, blah. Look at my da 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 da. You know what I mean? Um, there was a lot of that. I would get a lot of DMs of that. And I would get the odd DM calling me names and being mean to me and telling me my book sucked and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for all of this. And anytime I would tweet something, the barrage of hate comments that would come in was insane. Like, it just got. I actually went in at one point. This was probably in February of last year. And I just started deleting all my tweets. I just started deleting all my tweets. And I deleted like 2 years worth of tweets. I just deleted them. I was like, no, you don't get to do this anymore, because I was getting like hate comments on them from all kinds of like just wackadoodle people. Just the craziest people would just leave the shittiest comments. And like, for the people who are still on there, you are far braver than I am. You are far braver than I am, and keep up the good work and sell your content and do your thing and whatever. It's, it is what it is. Elon took over Twitter, called it dumpster fire, and destroyed it. He destroyed a social media platform. He wanted to take it over so it was more free and more truthful, and there's evidence that he pushes his own tweets out. Like Stephen King left Twitter. Stephen King left Twitter and now he's on Threads. I'm on Threads. If you guys want to find me on Threads, I should actually update all my socials now that I'm thinking about it. On my YouTube, connect with me on the community page. I will do that. I'll update my socials when we're done here. But getting rid of Twitter hurt. I remember watching like Late Show with Craig Ferguson, and he'd be like, tweets and emails. And Twitter was fun back in the day. It was a lot of fun. I really liked Twitter. It was a place where we could all have a good time and say hi. And I had so many friends on there that were authors. And fortunately, like, Agent Ranch Hand, like, we're friends on Insta and all that other stuff. And then Frank, and like, there's a couple of other people who we all kind of shifted away from the dumpster fire because we don't like the dumpster fire anymore. And now we're all connected on Threads, Blue Sky, and Instagram. And that's the way it's going to stay. I'm not, it's not, okay. It's not that I am against conservative values and all that. There's a lot of really good conservative values that I actually have. I am more in the center. And I had a conversation, a brief conversation through text with an old friend of mine, and they were like, I couldn't go on Blue Sky or Threads because I have, whatever opinion. Um, and I'm like, you know what? There's the group of people in every group. There's that subset of people that are just shitty. I'm like, you can go on any social media platform you want. Just because the platform is more liberal than dumpster fire, doesn't mean that people don't have conservative views on there. It's just that dumpster fire seems to have more people that attack people on there. And it doesn't matter what group it is. Like, there's, everyone's like, oh, there's so many people that are so left-wing and blah, 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 and they're so shitty, and anytime anybody says anything that they don't agree with, they attack them. And it's like, no, it's not everybody. It's the small subset of people. And it's the same with the conservative people. It's the small subset of people that are so unbelievably shitty and their ideals, when you come around the circle, they're at the same place right here of really shittiness. And it's like, okay, why did you do that? Why did you choose that? There's always going to be that subset of people in any society, in any leaning, in any form of thinking. And it goes so far as to, like, the art, there's always going to be people. It's like you look at the Mona Lisa and they're like, oh, that's ugly and she's a hag. Okay, that's fine. The Mona Lisa is not my favorite painting. I don't find her ugly. I don't think she's a hag. It's a nice painting. It's a classic. Or they'll look at a Monet and they'll be like, oh, I feel nothing. It's like, okay, that's fine. If you feel nothing, that's fine. But then these people that I feel nothing people go on to just, oh, he doesn't do brushstrokes properly and he doesn't know what's going on, and they just attack it. And you're like, huh, maybe you just don't like the painting. That's fair. You don't have to like everything. Not everybody's going to like everything. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you have to shit all over it. We're saying shit a lot in this one. That's okay. That's okay. Dumpster fire. Toilet bowl. Whatever you want to call Twitter now. It's not the letter. It's not X. No, it'll always be Twitter or dumpster fire. Anyway, but there's always going to be that subset of people that have to be so negative and have such a negative connotation on life that they just don't have friends. It's like you spent your whole life being so like, that you force it on other people on X and on Threads and on Blue Sky, all sorts of social media. You're forcing your just absolute negativity on other people, and it's not cool. It's not cool. We don't like it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of gross. In other news, I'm still on Instagram. I'm still on Instagram. I like Instagram. I get the odd negative comment and I get the odd weird comment, but it's like, it's nothing like Twitter. You know what I mean? Twitter, the attack scenario on Twitter is insane. I don't really know how to use Facebook anymore, so we're working on that. I only have 9 followers on Blue Sky, but if you want to follow me over there, it's josiegrace.bluesky. Whatever it is. Anyway, I'm also on Threads. I've got 600 or so on Threads, but it's fun. It's fun. You know what I mean? I like social media. I think it's a good tool. Do I think people take it way too seriously? Yes, I do. And they need to stop. And that's the other thing with X, is like it literally turned into a place where free speech is actually controlled. And Elon wanted it to be this place where it's not, but he also made it so that what he thinks is the best is what happens. And that's unfortunate. And there is proof of it. There is proof of it. There's proof of him pushing out his own tweets. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Come on. You want free speech and stuff? And believe in that, and believe, with America, especially in your amendment rights, that's not the place to do it. There's, anyways, I don't want to get into political stuff too much. That's all there is to that. But yeah, I'm done. TikTok and Twitter are gone. And I feel a little weird about Twitter, but TikTok, I really don't care. You know what else is really great about not having TikTok anymore? Is that I don't doom scroll at 2:00 in the morning on TikTok. I have all other things to do. Funny enough, I didn't really do that on TikTok. I do it mostly on YouTube, but I find YouTube, their algorithm thing is a little better, so I see a lot of like cat videos, which is nice. So go cat videos. I like that. I like cat videos. Anywho, that's all there is for that. I'm going to miss it, probably. I'm going to miss being one of the OG tweeties, but that's okay. It's gone. It's done. We'll never have it again. It was good while it lasted, and you just move on in life. So, for those who are still on the dumpster fire, good luck. I wish you all the best. I hope nothing but good things for you. I hope nothing happens that's too crazy. Anyway. For those of you who are on TikTok, you should delete that. You cannot tell me it's not spying. You can't. It's spying. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.